Peace. How you guys doing? It's Mel from Defense Coalition, back again with another episode of Black Powder Adventures. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to like and subscribe if you're feeling the content. Today, what I want to talk about is holster options for snub nose, black powder, cap and ball revolvers. I'm going to start off from the left. Right here, we have an 1860 Army snub nose Colt model made by Pieta. In the middle here, this one is loaded in cap, so I'm going to be extra careful with this. This is a modified Pieta Ace Remington New Model Army 44 caliber. This is also chambered in 44 caliber. This one right here is pretty similar to this one. This is an 1860 Colt Army. This is an 1851 Navy chambered in 36 caliber. So you have 44 caliber, 36 caliber. Army, Navy, 1851, 1860. Pieta and Uberti have been changing some things around. They're mixing things up. You'll have something that'll look just like this, but it won't be traditionally chambered in 36 caliber like your traditional 1851 Navies. They'll have 44 calibers that look like this, and you can find those online as well, but this is a 36 caliber. Another thing I want to talk about real fast is this here and this here are not historically accurate. You might have had people back then in the 1860s that might have had the longer model 8-inch barrel guns, whether it be a 51 Navy or an 1860 Army. They would cut the barrels down for concealability. So Pieta knew that, and they played off of that and made these. This is what we call fantasy guns. None of these guns up here are historically accurate. Back in the days, people would cut them down. It wasn't quite common of a thing, but they did do it for concealability because open carry was kind of frowned upon in many jurisdictions. And these two here are called Avenging Angels. That's a nickname for these two guns here. Replica Colt models. I love them to death. But the only thing to me that I don't like about the Colt models is how difficult it is to get the cylinder out. To load it, you have to unscrew that with a flathead and bang that wedge out of there with something like this. And that's a pain in the neck to do. So that's why this one right here, the Remington New Model Army Pieta Ace snub nose, is my everyday carry, my go-to, because the cylinder comes out so quick. That quick. And I got a flathead right here. You just do the math on that. You see where I'm going with that. Now, one thing I want to talk about where I live, right? If I don't have a concealed carry permit and I'm caught in the car driving with this, with the caps on it, I'm pretty much gonna go to jail for the night, okay? Unless mom or dad is nice enough to come down there and bail me out. I'm gonna go to jail for having this in the car with caps on it because they're not too lenient when you break the laws. And having one of these in the car loaded, even if it's this one, if it's loaded in the car while you're traveling, you're not supposed to be doing that. Long story short, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. So I carry this one with that quick change cylinder, as you just saw. It just prevents a lot of problems. If you're allowed to have it, why not just follow the laws and unload it while you're driving? Because if you're caught with it loaded while you're driving, you're going to jail. Who wants that? But anyway, what I want to talk about this evening is holster options for these. They have very different dimensions about them for the most part. But what I noticed is they will all fit the same holster. And I noticed that when I got on Amazon and ordered a holster for this one. This was my very first black powder revolver, this one right here. And I noticed that it fit in this holster. I think this holster is just made for this gun. And you can tell by that barrel, that outline, you can tell it was made for this one. Just took that one out. It fits the 1851 Navy as well, like a glove. and it fits the Pieta Ace. And one other thing I want to say is no matter how hard you search for a modern looking holster, I'm not going to say you're not going to find one, but it is very difficult. You're not going to just get online and find something like this, which is modern, and end up just wearing it around the town. It doesn't work that way. You got to do due diligence and homework, okay? And what I've been able to find, I've even used AI trying to find a modern, good-looking holster, and it just always brings me right back to this one right here. In my opinion, I think this is the most practical holster for these snub nose black powder single action revolvers. This one right here, especially someone like me who's adamant about retention, retaining your gun. I do not like open top holsters. Now, if you like the old cowboy open top leather holsters, there's gonna be plenty of options out there for you online all day long. When it comes to retention, it's always going to bring you right back to this one. This is going to be the very first holster that pops up on Amazon. And for good reason, because I've had this holster for years and it's held up. Clearly can stand the test of time. Very well made. They got a good product here. And I'm also going to be purchasing one for my sheriff model. I'll put the link in the description below for you guys because it's very well made. I got nothing bad to say about this holster whatsoever. The only thing I wish that they would do is make black ones. And not because I'm, or because I prefer, or because you're, or because I'm. Look, I just prefer, I would like to see a black one. I like variety, okay? Leave me alone. Yeah, you know how you shopping for options and you see just different colors and they got 2, 3, and 4. They got the sand color, the coffee color, the brown leather, and the black. I would like to see a black one because this doesn't go with every outfit, but give or take, I'll take it. Okay, because my retention on my holster is very important to me. I don't want someone running up behind me and grabbing it from me. And if I got an open top holster and I'm in the supermarket and Quadravion or one of those comes up, he decides he just wants to grab your gun out of your holster. I don't want that. This retention right here with this button is going to stop Quadravion from grabbing this from me. Another option that I seen, which is very much modern, is giving modern all day long, is this one right here. And I'm definitely going to order that one just to get that out of the way. That's a good looking holster there. But other than that, it's not too many options unless you like open top. If you want to go open top, you want the old cowboy look, go for it. To each his own. I never try to discourage anyone from what they like. Everybody's got a different, unique style about them, and I'm not here to tell people what to do, but I like this holster right here. When you go searching for holsters for these 3-inch barrel single action guns, you're gonna end up right here. I guarantee it. So the link is in the description below. You know what to do. Looking for a holster for your snub nose black powder? Look no further. I've got no complaints. And I like paddle holsters, but I would also like something on the belt, and I just haven't seen that option yet. So if you know which revolver holster would accommodate a larger frame snub nose that'll fit comfortably in one of those on the belt holsters, get down in those comments and converse with me. And also, again, be sure to like this video so we can push it through the algorithm and get this knowledge out to the people who are passionate about this sport. I won't keep you guys, but I just wanted to get in here and chat about some good old single action black powder fun and ways to carry safely, in my opinion. It's Mel from Defense Coalition. You guys stay safe out there. Don't get in no shit.